You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion, delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots, the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest and repeat offender on Ron Siegel Radio, Big Irv Schwartz. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Glad to have you with us. Welcome back. Yeah, I hear that. There it is. It's right on cue for you. Glad to have you with us. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
Well, I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money. I personally work with you, even if you don't have any needs today. Save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we're celebrating today. Now, we're going to start off serious, and then, it's Ron Siegel Radio. So today is National Wildland Firefighter Day. And we love our firefighters, first responders. Yes, we are once again the number one team in America. Homes for Heroes. That would be veterans, first responders. Yes, police, fire, nurses, educators, all get discounts from the lending team, all of them, because we love our first responders. Homes for Heroes, National Wildland Firefighter Day. And moving right along, let's take a look at what else. Oh, if you're watching us live as we record in the morning, might be a little tough on this one. By the time we get to the live broadcast or the playing on ABC News and Talk AM 1490 FM 98.1, it will be time to indulge National Anisette Day. Yeah, looking at anisette. Okay, a liqueur, a dry. Usually, dry liqueur, distillers sometimes add a sugar syrup for sweeter. I'm sweet already. What the heck? So this is from Spain, Italy, Portugal, France. Lead the world in drinking licorice tasting drink. How about just have the licorice? I mean, although I do get chastised a little bit because my family laughs at me. You ever had chocolate licorice? He's gonna laugh. He's gonna laugh at me too. Big Irv, it's good stuff. That chocolate licorice, it's good stuff. Josh, you ever had chocolate licorice? Okay, of course you're a Disneyland guy. Of course you've had chocolate licorice. Anisette, are you an anisette guy? I'm not an anisette. No, me neither. Okay, so I guess we've got on the anisette front here in the studio, and Josh from a remote location, unknown location somewhere in the world. We're all basically saying no thank you to the anisette. It's getting close to July 4th. Can't we have something, good to drink? Well, I better move along. Okay, let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 61.7. The S&P 500 flat. It's up 0.22. NASDAQ up 22.81. Fed Chairman Powell is speaking. We know what that means. That causes
idiot.
Yes.
Idiot. Such an
somehow my finger goes to that button every single time we mention Fed Chairman Powell's name. Yeah. I know. I got it. Crazy. Okay. Let's see what he's going to do to the markets today. Oil down 24 cents a barrel. Does that really matter, or are we all still just getting? Well, we can't say that, it's radio.
Ow!
Let's see what that's doing to the oil prices, gasoline prices. Right here in the formerly Golden State, $4.79 a gallon of gasoline. That is the average. Got premium yesterday. Got to go to Costco to get gas. Some people say Sam's Club, but I go to Costco. I paid premium yesterday. I think I paid $4.54. I think it was. Is that what it was? Okay, yeah. Big Irv is in the same boat. Costco, $4.54. I guess if you go out into the Tules, go up Highway 395. If you're out in the middle of Highway 5, out in the middle of Button Willow, maybe. I know, yeah. You're probably paying way over $4.79, so that's helping with the gas price there. If you want to go to Mississippi, why would you? $2.96 a gallon in Mississippi, but I will go check on gas prices in Hawaii, $4.70 a gallon. I'll take it. I'll go do some market research. I wonder if that makes it a write-off. $3.50 is the national average a gallon gasoline. I started yesterday and sharing some of the wonderful new laws that went into effect yesterday. There's some more of them. I didn't get all of them, so let's talk about a few more. You got to love this one. So, virtual renewal of driver's licenses for senior citizens. I'm just curious about this one. A virtual renewal. Now, I was with a gentleman on Sunday morning. He's 81 years old, went and got his driver's license renewed, and they gave him 5 years. Does that make any sense to anybody getting a 5-year renewal when you're 81 years old? I'm just throwing that out there.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too. Okay, improve crosswalk safety. Prohibits parking within 20 feet of crosswalks to enhance visibility and safety for pedestrians. This is California. We don't walk. Unbelievable. Okay. Mandatory reason disclosure for traffic stops. So the police officers have to have a reason to stop you. Is that new? Officers must state the reason for traffic stops before asking questions, unless there's an imminent threat. Do you know how fast you were driving? I guess they have to tell you how fast you were driving before they ask you how fast you were driving. Are you drinking? No. Do you want to drink with me? No, that's a different story. Limit on stops for expired tags. Now, that's kind of a surprising one to me. I would have thought the way this state likes to control people, they would have wanted you to stop somebody with expired tags the day before they expired instead of the day after. Clarification on traffic school for non-attendance. So if you don't go to traffic school, no big deal. They just give you a point on your record. Mandate for zero-emission school buses. I love that one just because, it's hot here right now. And I'm just curious. Now, I can tell because you just heard Big Irv say that he got gas at Costco. So you're not you're not a Tesla driver.
Nope.
Okay, no, me neither, Big Irv. I like air conditioning. So I guess nowadays it's either air conditioning or EV. Because they tell you can't use your air conditioners, and we got these brownouts going. Wonder how you get in your car when you got a brownout and you can't charge the car. I wonder how that works. This state, of course, we still isn't that a crazy one? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll statewide lift on lowrider cruising ban. Okay, that's another fun one. Okay, I think we got all I think we've got all of them now. So that's remember, no, wait a second. Wait. We got to slow down. We got to go backwards. Yesterday, we talked about the idea of having to go and buy our ammunition in Arizona or in Nevada because we got an 11% tax on firearms. But I wonder how you get your EV to go that far, especially in the heat. I digress. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, what's happening in real estate? We'll talk to Big Irv about it. Real estate still holds the title of best long-term investment. The best loan on the market. I just did another simulation yesterday for somebody. 2.003%. 2.003% effective APR. Just did it yesterday, so it's not like it's old news. We're going to continue talking about that one as well. You can reach me anytime. Off air number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit RonSiegelRadio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions and all those tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. One of my favorite products. I don't talk about products on Ron Siegel Radio, but I do love the transition loan. That way, if you find a house you like and you want it, you use the equity of your departing property with the transition loan, so you own the new property before you sell the departing property. Love that product. But let's take a look and see what's going on today. OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They don't tell us points paid, points received, or APR. They tell us the number you put into your mortgage calculator to get the actual locked rate, to get the payment from your for your mortgage, your principal and interest payment. Oh, you don't have a mortgage calculator? Shame on you. RonIsMyLender.com. RonIsMyLender.com. You get one for free. Let's see what the rates did yesterday. One time in my life, I am not a fan of green. Everything is green. 30-year conforming loan up 6.999. 30-year jumbo loan up 7.237. 30-year FHA loan 6.746. 30-year USDA loan, rural areas, generally no down payment, up 6.842. And the second best loan on the market. Best for our veterans if you don't have any money to put down. Better than a lease. The VA loan, 6.529. Love our veterans. And again, number one team in America, Homes for Heroes. Veterans, no money down. What's it going to cost you to start your lease? Probably more than no money. Just throw that out there for you because I can. Let's see what's going on this morning in the markets. Well, we've got the S&P 500 still flat. It's going to be a big news week. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Up 0.18. We're looking at the 10-year Treasury down 3 basis points. The mortgage bond is up 18 basis points. Just remember, bond and rates always move in the opposite directions. Now, those numbers, you can find those all on the super secret website, google.com. But what's driving it? Well, Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsbee made comments earlier today. He spoke in Portugal. He's not a voting member this year, but will be voting in July as Loretta Mester retires and is not replaced by Hammack until August. Goolsbee sounded even more in favor of a cut than last time he spoke. Nice. Goolsbee spoke about how high the Fed funds rate was and how it was overly restrictive. He said that we got to this rate when inflation was over 4%, and inflation is now down close to 2.5%. So if you keep rates where they are and inflation is going down, you're tightening further. The reason that you would want to tighten is if you think you're going a path to go up. This means he wants to cut as inflation has moved lower. He also mentioned the dual mandate and now how employment has been weakening. Well, haven't we been talking about that one on Ron Siegel Radio for a while, that employment's been weakening? Maybe Austin's been starting to listen to the show. Just throw that out there. Atlanta Fed second quarter GDP estimate, released estimates every week, and they just revised their second quarter estimate substantially from 3% to 1.7% over just the last week. Based on the size of our economy, that's like $400 billion. That's almost as much as the Federal Reserve screwed up, or the Treasury screwed up when they told us how much our deficit was, $400 billion. The May JOLTS data showed that job openings rose slightly to 8.1 million. The previous report originally reported at 8.1 was revised lower, so revisions again 7.9. Leisure and hospitality openings fell 146,000. The quit rate remained at 2.2%. CoreLogic Home Price Insights, Black Knight Home Price Index. CoreLogic reported that home prices rose 0.6% in May after rising 1.1 in April and 1.2 in March. CoreLogic forecasted that it would rise by 0.8, so while a strong reading in a month, it was below their estimate. Year over year, home prices are now up 4.9%, which is down from 5.3 in the previous report due to higher gain last year. That was replaced. CoreLogic forecasted in June home prices will rise 0.7% and anticipate that home prices will rise 3% over the next year, which is likely conservative. They're always a little low. ISM Manufacturing, June ISM Manufacturing Index fell slightly from 48.7 to 48.5, below their estimates. New orders rose 3.9, but still remains in contraction. Prices paid, which means inflation, fell from 57 to 52, been falling the last few months. Employment dropped once again. So nothing looking good in the economy. Somebody please wake up the president and let him know that. I digress. That's the Mortgage Minute brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Now, all the numbers I just gave you, while they are all accurate, they're all national numbers. And national, you know what national numbers are good for? Guys like me in the media. When you want to know what's going on in your neighborhood, two things. Number one, you can go to rsrlinks.com/market report. rsrlinks.com/market report. Our friends at Altos Research deliver a report. They follow every single home for sale in America every single week. You can go to that report, put in the zip code of your choice, and it'll give you all the details of that zip code. Now, the other alternative is to talk to somebody like Big Irv Schwartz, and I'm going to do that right now. Good morning, Big Irv.
Good morning. How are you today?
Doing great, buddy. Doing great. So next to Altos Research, I'm going to talk to you because they tell you the whole zip code. You can tell us what's going on in every block or any block that you're dealing with, right? I mean, you're out there, can't shake your head, Big Irv. We're on radio. They can't hear that. So
please forgive me.
There you go. So, you know, the local real estate professional, the guy or gal that's out there doing it all day, every day.
Yes.
Right. You have a good handle on what's going on in your areas.
Yes.
Now, I should ask the question, what areas do you cover? I mean, you're Big Irv, so what areas are you covering?
Well, currently I have a listing in Northridge. That's in escrow. It's going to close in 2 weeks. I have a listing in Yorba Linda, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,410 square feet, in a really nice area of.
We're not doing commercials, Big Irv. Okay, Northridge, Yorba Linda, Brea.
I just closed one in Fullerton. And I have one in Huntington Beach that's going to come on the market.
Beautiful. So basically, what you're saying is you're covering a number of different areas. You'll go where people need you.
Correct.
And so that means you have to study even more.
Yes.
Right. The guy or gal that's just doing 123 Main Street, all they need to know is what's going on Main Street and Broadway and whatever's right around that.
Correct.
But you're having to get out there and really understand the market.
Well, and you know, there's definitely some challenges going on out there. And I felt that, and it was over a year ago, I just said, well, I need to go where opportunities are. I mean, I've helped people buy and sell properties in Washington State, Texas, Arizona, Florida.
I'm going to change your word there. You've protected people in all those areas.
Okay.
And the reason I use protected, I like that word because, you know, there's a lot of folks out there that, you know, are the spare time, part-time, nothing against spare time, part-time.
Sure.
But they don't know all the hurdles. I think the professional agent, you know, you're not getting paid for what you're doing today or for now. You're getting paid for all that experience you're bringing with you.
Correct. And I have 3 decades of experience.
3 decades. Okay, so now, okay, I'm going to really make you feel old.
Good.
Do you know you're in your 2nd century of real estate?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean yeah. Of course, I say the same thing. I'm in my 2nd century.
Well, I've had some great mentors. You know, I've got 3 generations of real estate experience under the belt. You know, so my father-in-law, he had 25 years. So I'm very fortunate. I've learned a lot.
So you're a real estate junkie.
Well, let's just say I consider myself a professional matchmaker because I match people at homes, commercial properties, and/or services. And
you know, one of the big things that I like, as far as when I refer to the term as a protector, is we don't know as a lay person, and I'm the first to admit I've had my real estate license, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years, something like that, and I'm not qualified to use it. There's a lot of other people that are not qualified as well. Just because you get a license, it's pretty simple to get the license.
Yeah. Well,
right. I mean, study for a couple of days, take a crash course, and go take the test, and you can have your license. That doesn't mean you know what the heck you're talking about.
Correct.
You need either somebody like yourself, or I could actually do it if I had a mentor like you.
Correct.
Right. And I believe that, you know, real estate needs mentors, but I digress. So when you're talking about someone's probably their biggest asset, their biggest liability, the biggest transaction of their life for most people, they need somebody to protect them from what they don't know.
Correct.
Maybe even from ourselves.
Well, and someone to take the time to explain things to them, because everything now is going so fast. You know, people look at a contract and they just sign things and they don't read it. I mean, you're buying a car, for instance. It's like, do you read all the whole entire contract? Rarely.
Sure.
People do.
And I'm going to submit that even in real estate, they've gotten to the point now, for the most part, real estate is geared for you not to read the contract. How many people get a contract? Now, if someone like yourself, you can sit there and print it out and go over it line by line with
Correct.
somebody.
That's what I do.
Right. But the vast majority send, okay, here's your DocuSign. They send it to their phone.
Correct.
The printing is so small that even with my 75-time, glasses, I can't read it. And I click sign, finish.
Correct.
And have no clue what I just signed.
That's correct. And it's all about disclosures now more than ever. We live in a very litigious society, whether we like it or not.
Sure.
And as a professional, I've taken up to upwards of 2 hours or more to explain disclosures to somebody because they need to understand what they're saying, what they're signing. Because this could come back and bite all of us.
Sure.
And
I know that some agents will do this, some don't. Some will go through the entire contract before you even find a property.
And when you're working with a buyer, you're doing a buyer consultation. And that's going to be something that is going to be of value to buyers in the future, because in the past you had buyers that just, they met an agent, maybe in an open house or wherever, or online, and they showed them a property, they liked it or they didn't. Maybe they showed them multiple properties. But the thing is that when you're showing multiple properties, well, there's a disconnect somewhere in regards to, are you really listening to what they really need, not just want?
That's important. We're going to continue our conversation with Big Irv when we come back. Buyer consultation. What's that all about? And maybe we can find out where his listings are. We're going to see if we can twist his arm to find that out. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
We're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, the real-time real estate segment. Today is it Monday? My tongue is tied. Yeah, I know, but it feels like, I mean, like you gotta have a reason for having a tongue tied, don't you?
Okay.
Okay, I don't know. Real time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com.
Little tea will help.
Little tea?
Little tea.
What do I put in that tea?
Hot tea.
Hot. Oh, I thought you said hot
tea.
toddy.
No, herbal.
Okay, herbal tea. Okay.
Yep, there you go.
Love it. Real estate still holds the title of best long-term investment.
Mhm.
With all the headlines circulating about home prices and mortgage rates, you may be asking yourself if it still makes sense to buy a home right now, or if it's better to keep on renting. I think you might be able to find that answer. Very simple. rsrlinks.com/RVO. rsrlinks.com/RVO. Here's some information that could help put your mind at ease by showing that investing in a home is still a powerful decision. According to the experts at Gallup, real estate has been crowned the top long-term investment for a whopping 12 years in a row. It has consistently beat out other investment types like gold, stocks, and bonds. Just take a look at the graph that Josh is showing us right now if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 FM 98.1 video feed. Real estate voted the best long-term investment. 36% say real estate, 22% stocks and mutual funds, 18% say gold, 13% savings accounts and CDs, 4% say bonds, and 3% say cryptocurrency. Okay, if you want cryptocurrency instead of a house,
it is what it is.
Why does real estate continue to reign supreme as a top-notch long-term investment? It's because even today, buying a home can be your golden ticket to building wealth over time.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike other investments that can feel a bit like riding a roller coaster with all the ups and downs and ongoing risk factors, real estate follows a more predictable and positive pattern. History shows home values usually rise, and while prices may vary by market, that means as time goes by, your house is likely to appreciate in value. And that helps you grow your net worth in a big way. As an article from Realtor.com explains, quote, home ownership has long been tied to building wealth, and for good reason. Instead of throwing rent out the window each month, owning a home allows you to build home equity. And over time, equity can turn your mortgage debt into a sizable asset, unquote. So if you're on the fence about whether to buy or rent, remember that real estate is consistently voted the best long-term investment for a reason. And if you want to get in on that action, it may make sense to go ahead and buy if you're ready and able. And take a look at the Home Select product, rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Yes, a 30-year mortgage. Yes, the interest rate is significantly below anything on the market. Yes, your payment is lower than anything on the market. And oh yeah, you get it paid off in 8 to 10 years because you have to understand how loans work. And most people just say 30-year fixed rate, please, which is the most expensive loan on the market. Bottom line, when it comes to building wealth, that stands the test of time. Real estate is the name of the game. If you're ready to start on your journey toward home ownership, give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Remember, strategy beats rate always. Strategy beats rate always. Let's continue our conversation. Big Herb Schwartz is with us this morning. The real estate guru. Actually, the big man in real estate.
Thank you.
There we go. You know, I might even have to trademark that for you.
Well,
I'll only license you for.
The thing is on my voicemail, it says service head and shoulders above the rest.
Service head and shoulders above the rest. I like that.
So I have to step up to the plate.
You got to step up to basketball, bigger basketball. I mean, stepping up to the plate, you got a big strike zone.
Well, then it's a slam dunk.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. See, you've got it. Because otherwise, you got a big strike zone there, man. You got a big strike zone.
That's fine. I cover all the bases.
This guy, he's got one for everything. Nice. Okay, so let's talk about the new world of real estate.
Okay.
So the 17th of next month.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Big day.
Yeah.
For some people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's some people out there that, nothing's changing for them because they've had a buyer consult all along.
Yes.
What are your thoughts about how these things are changing?
It's a good question. I mean, you're going to have people that are going to be really chaotic. They're not going to know what to do because they don't have any guidance. They don't have any support and any training. But more importantly is information. I mean, here at Realty Pro 100, we're doing agent accountability. we're monitoring what we're doing, and we're all in this together. And so we're sharing information and supporting each other. And so when you have a client that's asking questions or has concerns, that's what we're doing.
Makes it a good concept, because that way, when you have the collaboration like that, and real estate so often is a in a lot of places, it's even within an office, it's everybody against everybody.
It could be at times cutthroat.
And the idea here, what you're just saying and sharing, is that basically, you can go out there and get some experience and come across something, and you're going to share it with everybody else. And likewise, you guys are all going to be much smarter together. Yeah, the synergies.
Yeah, I have mentors as well, and so, we help each other. But the bottom line of this whole thing is that, working with buyers is about educating them, whether it's a first time buyer or someone that's bought and sold properties numerous times. It's still being of service, and that's what it comes down to. And then being willing to educate them and take the time to do that, not just, okay, you want to make an offer on this property or show it to them and write an offer. It's like, well, that might not be in their best interest.
Sure.
Whether it's location,
location,
condition,
timing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe the time isn't right for them. And if you don't sit down and have that conversation, maybe you don't know anything. You don't know their situation. The other thing that I'm fascinated by, because I hear a lot of folks say, well, I've bought a lot of real estate in my life. Okay. How many? How often?
Okay.
I bought 5 or 6 houses.
Okay.
when was the last time? 7 years ago.
Okay,
Big Herb, has anything changed in real estate in the last 7 years?
Yes. The contracts.
7 days.
The disclosures are probably closer to maybe a half an inch to an inch thick, because there's been lawsuits and such. And then there's just been changes that are constant. That's called life.
Sure. And it goes back to where your knowledge of that is helping protect people.
Correct.
Right? I mean, you and I sat and listened in a meeting last week where Monday of the week, and it depends on what day you're listening to us. Monday, some of the folks went and spent a whole day getting educated on new contracts.
Correct.
And Thursday they were outdated.
Yes.
Right. So, and then you have people say, well, I bought a house 7 years ago, so I know what I'm doing. Right. So,
well, let me show you the new contract and then we'll talk.
Right. That's a big issue.
And then do you mind if I sit there and explain at least what's going currently?
Right. Big differences.
Yeah. And then we'll see what happens next month. I mean, thing is that things are constantly changing, and the big thing now is the compensation, or the people call commission. And, and there's a lot of confusion going on, and really even the people that are making these changes don't even know.
Okay. So Mike, I'm going to throw this at you, Big Herb.
Sure.
Trick question.
It's okay. I love a challenge.
Who pays for the buyer and the seller's commissions?
Well, and over the past, like I said, I've only been in the business now 3 decades, but as far as that has gone, the seller is the one who always paid the compensation, and then it was split between the buyer's agent and the listing agent.
Okay, so my thought on it is that I've always said that the buyer pays it. Okay. Right? And the reason I say that is the buyer is the one that's buying the property.
Correct.
The seller is sharing his proceeds.
Okay.
Right? I mean, if I go to McDonald's, that I can't say that the seller is paying for the cup. Right? If I get a Diet Coke, obviously I need one.
Okay.
But right, the buyer act, it's built into the cost of everything.
Correct.
Right? So the commissions are built into the cost. So to say that the buyer's never paid, well, they always paid. It's just that it wasn't directly. It was taken from the proceeds.
Exactly. And then the thing is that the listing agent was the one who negotiated the compensation for both themselves.
Wait, Bigger, back up. We got something. I got to use this one again. He negotiated the compensation.
Correct.
You mean it wasn't fixed?
No.
It wasn't that everybody had to charge the same amount?
No. It's never been that way. People might assume that, and the word assume, so but and then the thing is that they expect it.
Sure.
So it's now
okay, so over all these years that you've been doing real estate, in a percentage number,
sure,
What have you seen as far as charges on contracts you've dealt with? 4%, 4.5%,
Well,
5%, 5.5%?
So I can go from my own experience.
Right.
The last time that I don't have any problem sharing this, the last time I had a 6% listing was 2013.
2013.
Uh-huh.
So as we record this, that's 11 years ago.
Correct. And then in 2018, when I started working with more family and friends, got a lot more referrals, my commission was 4%.
4%.
And I split that two to the listing agent and 2 to the selling agent, the buyer's agent. And I've never had anybody complain about that.
Okay, so you've ranged from 4 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not
over the past years, absolutely. So the thing is that anytime you listen to anything in the news, they always talk about 6%.
And it's just not legitimate.
Correct.
The news is misleading, Bigger.
It
I can't believe that. I'm in shock. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, more with Bigger. We're going to talk. Maybe we're going to be able to get him to spill the beans on where some of these listings are. I know a lot of people are having trouble finding houses. Big Irv said he has one coming on the listing board, one that's already on the listing board. Maybe he'll share the good news. You can reach me anytime off air, number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey there, friends. Wondering if now is the right time to buy a home? Or are you waiting for a bunch of foreclosures? The facts speak loud and clear. Defaults and foreclosures are down. Sure, we might be headed towards a recession. But did you know interest rates typically drop and real estate values often go up during a recession? So what are you waiting for? Higher prices or higher payments? Don't navigate these waters alone. Connect with RonSiegelRadio.com today. That's RonSiegelRadio.com.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. My favorite loan in the world right now, and I always say right now because I've never seen a bad loan product. I have seen very, very bad applications of loan products. Big, big difference in those. My favorite, rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. I'm going to give you just about 2 minutes because you're not going to believe what I'm going to tell you. So this is a simulation we just did for somebody. And ironically enough, we did this, we refinanced their house about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. And the reason I say that is because at the time, we thought that we had the best product out there for them. It was a 3.5% 30-year fixed rate loan. Now, I'm talking here a $600,000 home. The balance now is at $288,900. 5 stats that are going to tell you that maybe we don't have the things have changed and there's a better solution. The minimum payment drops to $957 a month from $1,392 a month. Save about $400 a month, like that. Effective APR drops to 2.003 from 3.5%. Loan is paid off in 8.3 years versus 26.6 years. Interest saved over time, $59,643. And the net worth, if we can find a financial advisor, and I can, that can get an 8% return on investment, no guarantees, their net worth is going to increase by $686,254.07. Payment down, interest expense down, net worth up. Can you ask me what more you want from a loan? That's the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Strategy beats rate always. Continuing our conversation, Big Irv is in the house. We're chatting about real estate. Now, it is July 4th this week.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
regardless of where you are, we all takes a little bit of time to celebrate. And, you know, I love this song.
It's beautiful.
So one of the things that we have in America is we get to own real estate.
Correct.
If we can find some.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Big Irv, spill the beans.
Well,
Go on. You got to do that.
The listing in Yorba Linda, 4819 Aliano Plaza. And that's right at Fairmont and Yorba Linda Boulevard, just behind the Home Goods. That's 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1410 square feet. And that's listed at just $750,000. There's a beautiful view of the.
Wait. $750,000 in Yorba Linda?
Correct. It's one of the best buys out there.
Okay, so let's talk about this, Big.
Sure.
Do you really think it's going to sell for $750,000, or is it going to go way above that?
We've had offers.
Okay.
You know, it's just finding that right buyer.
Okay. So, yeah, $750,000 sounds like, you know, somebody can get into that, and I'm not one of these people that says, you know, buy the property or marry the property and date the rate. They've been saying that for like 3 years now.
Sure.
Right? It's a bunch of hogwash. You got to be able to afford that. It's got to fit into your family's financial plan.
Well, and also it's the time of the year. I mean, typically, and this was what I was taught, was the most homes that sell between January and the end of May. Once you started getting into the summer, what happens in the summertime? You know, people.
It's July 4th weekend. We're going partying.
Yeah, kids are out of school. People go on vacation. Even agents go on vacation.
But I'm going to submit this to you, Bigger, because I've watched you.
Sure.
So a lot of folks, I have an agent friend of mine that lives in Palm Desert. And people talk in Palm Desert, okay, nothing happens in July and August other than people leave town and it's hotter than Hades.
Okay.
Her best month of the year is always in August. Why? Because she's working.
Correct.
Right? So if you're here working and trying to find something for people, now I bet you find that the months that some people say are really horrible, you're able to still do business because you're working.
Well, exactly. I mean, yesterday, my partner Mike and I, we were down in Oceanside for a final walkthrough on a property that 2 Marines are buying to help, you know, those guys kind of get back on their feet, so to speak. And so, you know, helping someone purchase a property in Oceanside is a privilege.
Sure. Helping Marines is a
Mhm.
privilege,
Correct.
right? I mean, all of our military men and women, you got to love them.
That's right.
So, you couldn't do it. I say it all the time, Big Irv. So, I do it. You probably noticed I'm a little conservative.
Okay.
So, doing a conservative radio show in California,
Mhm.
where it's a little bit liberal here,
Okay.
you can't do that everywhere in the world. It's because of the men and the women of our military
Correct.
that they protect our freedom to say what we want and or believe and go from there. So we always have a big thanks for our men
Sure.
and women of the
Absolutely.
military. Yeah. So helping two big Marines, we got to give you a big round of applause for
Thank
that
you.
one. So,
I had a lot of help.
well, whoever helped you,
Mhm.
all of you get a big round
Correct.
of applause
Thank
from
you.
us.
That's even better.
Yeah, because it
Teamwork.
does take a team.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
so now we've got your Belinda there, and I'm going to share that our team we love to help on whatever we can. If you want to put it on TV, we'll put it on TV for you. Too.
Sure, that'd be great. The
Um,
other thing that my partner Kevin and I have, we have 4 acres of land out in Santa Clarita. It's approved for 9 homes,
Wow,
and that's just $1,999,000. And
Just
and
$1,999,000.
and it's 97% graded and ready to go, approved, ready to go. So
Okay.
if you got any investors out there, it's a phenomenal opportunity.
wait, it's approved for 9 homes.
Yes,
and
and
it's a,
2,400 square feet each one, and quite a few of them are going to have some views. I think it's 20101 Golden Valley.
well, you know something, we don't need to worry about the address because we know how to get a hold of Big Irv.
That's it.
Call me at 800-306-1990. I'd be happy to put you in touch with Big Irv so he can
Mhm.
tell you where. So we've got Santa Clarita. Santa Clarita is it's not that's a nice area. That's not, that's
Absolutely.
not like you're talking about Imperial Valley where it's real low income.
Yeah.
Santa Clarita is nice. You get 9 homes in Santa Clarita. Build those up there on the properties.
Mhm.
And I don't know anything about building. I don't even know how to use a screwdriver.
Okay.
But
that's why we have handymen
that's right.
and contractors.
but $1,099,000. That's to
Mhm.
me that sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, $999.
$1 million.
$1,999,000.
$1 million
Yeah.
999.
Yeah, just under $2 million.
Oh, 1.9. Okay, $2 million. Okay.
Correct.
I'm a little slow, Bigger.
That's
It's
okay.
almost Monday.
That's
it's
what
almost,
I'm here for.
It's almost July 4th holiday
That's it.
weekend.
Correct.
Okay, so about $2 million
Yeah.
for 9 houses. If I do, just round it off, so it's about
Yeah.
$200,000 a lot,
Yeah.
give or take.
Yeah.
And then you get to do the building and
Correct.
make 9 people happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
And
stuff.
the new homes in the area are selling over $1 million. So it's a great opportunity for an investor.
So,
or a
and you said
builder.
there were 2,400 square feet,
Mhm.
and what is that house? 400 or 500 square foot to build? 300 square feet to build?
Well, we were talking to someone yesterday. They could do it between 250 and 300.
Okay, so 2.7, 5.7 for a $9 million return on investment.
Mhm.
That's a pretty good return on investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds. If you're thinking about being getting into another line of work, or if you are a builder,
Yeah.
give us a call 800-306-1990. We'll put you in touch with Bigger. And you have one coming up in Huntington
Yeah,
Beach.
a little 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 891 square feet, single story, end unit.
How close to the
with
water?
2 miles from the water.
2 miles from the water. Even somebody oversized like me can walk that far.
With a 2-car garage detached. Yeah.
Wow. So that's now.
And that's going to be a steal at $699.
Does Huntington Beach allow short-term rentals?
You can check with the city just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, you want to make sure we don't want to give bad
Sure.
information.
Sure,
But
absolutely.
think about that concept. I mean, right there by the beach.
Yeah.
Let's see. The air show is coming up the
Mhm.
first week of September.
Yeah.
Look straight up from the property
There
and
you go.
got it made. So Big Irv's got some inventory going.
Well, and the thing is, I've been working.
yeah.
And it's it's funny is that I saw the sales statistic recently, and they said 48% of agents never follow up the lead that they get, and only 10% contact them more than 3 times. But the clincher is 80% of all sales are made between the 5th and 12th contact.
Yeah, that's amazing stats. I've seen some of those stats, and it is amazing. And people just they give up on what they're doing and understanding understanding their job.
Well, the opportunity's in the follow-up. And the thing is that, someone might not be ready today, but by staying in touch with them, when they are ready, guess who they're going to call?
When the time is right. You're already
Me.
having that conversation.
Me.
Big Irv.
That's right.
All right. So if you want to chat
I'm
with Big
first
Irv
in.
about real estate, head and shoulders above the rest. So yeah,
Service head and shoulders.
Service
Service
head and shoulders above the rest. Good stuff, Big Irv. We appreciate you coming in and sharing with us. If you want to meet Big Irv, give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And as always, we ask, set that first radio preset button to come back and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990 at ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up.